I was living in the next state now, about 5 hours away from my child's father. I kept my number unlisted and used a P.O. box. I had learned the hard way how easy it was to be found, and I wasn't going to let that happen again. My parents helped me start over. They found me a job at a factory and a small studio apartment nearby. For a while, things felt steady. The work was hard, but it gave me something to hold on to a sense of control after so much chaos. Then my back started to hurt. At first, it was just a dull ache, but soon there were mornings I couldn't even stand. I went from doctor to doctor, but no one could tell me what was wrong. During that time, I met a man who lived near my child's babysitter. He was 20 years older than me, worked construction, and had blonde hair feathered back with a mustache that gave him that cowboy look I'd always been drawn to. He wasn't a real cowboy. No boots or horses, but he had that spirit. Quiet, grounded. He listened to me in a way no one else had. When I talked, he really heard me. He comforted me when I cried, when I worried, when the pain or the loneliness got too heavy. He always seemed to know when to hold me, and when to just let me talk. In his arms, I felt safe, something I hadn't felt in a long time. He had 2 kids, and their mother had left them for another man. We started spending time together, me and him, and soon, me and the kids too. They were funny, sweet, and a little broken in ways I understood. 6 months later, I moved in with him. By then, I had quit the factory job. My back just couldn't take it anymore. But I still needed to work, and I wanted to be home to raise my child. That's when I started an in-home daycare. Before long, our house was full of children, mine, his, and others from the neighborhood. Toys were scattered across the floors, nap mats covered the living room, and laughter filled the air. It was exhausting, but it felt like purpose. He was also a religious man, and we began attending church together as a family. On Sundays, we'd all pile into the truck, dressed in our best, and sit side by side in the pews. It felt like the kind of life I'd always wanted, rooted, hopeful, and safe. At that time, faith mattered deeply to me. It made me feel like we were building something not just for now, but for forever. For a while, I was happy. He felt like the cowboy I used to dream about when I was little, steady, protective, and strong. I'd watch him drive off to work in his truck, the radio playing old country songs, and I'd think, maybe this is it. Maybe this is what peace finally feels like.